I wanted to come on and give my little update for my intermittent fasting journey, which is happening this week. So again, I'm trying out the 12-9 window, and today is Saturday, which would mean that I made it to day 7. But last night, intermittent fasting, along with social activities, what do people do about that? Like, who's going out at 7 p.m.? Like, it's happy hour, but like, usually you stay out a little after. So I had a little issue last night. I probably didn't cut off until around 11. So anyway, this week, what have I learned? A couple things. Number one, I can do with less in my coffee. It's really not as big of a deal as I thought. So I know that typically in intermittent fasting, one of the drinks that you're allowed in that time of fast is coffee, like black coffee. You could have tea. The less sugar, the better. You don't have a lot of additives in it. So I've been trying to cut down on those, and it's worked out pretty well. Like, I can do the whole half or a quarter of almond milk thing. It's pretty good. So I learned that for sure about myself. Another thing is that I really get very, very hungry at like 11 a.m. depending on my level of stress for the day. So I work in the education field, nonprofit, along with youth, God, all that type of stuff. And kids be getting on your nerves. So if I'm having a really stressful morning, I notice that I am hungry earlier. Something else that I learned with just the cutoff time in the evening, I found myself, I started with the 12-9 window. Eventually I want to go to 12-8. But actually, if I just came home at a regular time, like, I was really fine. And it made me go to bed earlier. So a couple of different things that were positives. Negatives from the week is just, again, the social life thing. So I don't know how it's going to work. Like, this will be my first, like, true weekend to weekend doing it. So I'll give an update about that probably tomorrow. And the other thing is the midday. I had a lot of time to have like a little snacky poo around like 3 o'clock, which worked out really well because that is the time of day when I always get hungry anyway. So it's kind of just shifting all the meals and Xing out breakfast foods. I'm considering having breakfast for dinner because I do like breakfast food, especially on like a Saturday. I like to have pancakes and wake up early. So intermittent fasting week 1, I would say overall went pretty well. I surprised myself, and I'm looking forward to continuing it for the month of April. Now with the holidays coming up next week, I celebrate, Resurrection. There's also Passover, all that different stuff, which all the different foods that come out for the holiday. I'll be interested to see like how I react to those. I'm going to develop a plan for that, and kind of figure out what I'm going to do with that, because I am going to be traveling to visit family, which always a change of routine means a change in diet. So I'll give updates on that as it comes up.